bass. The bass for this part, I'm actually super pleased with. So we recorded all this on Evans Ibanez, and it's a 5-string bass, and I'm blanking on the actual model name, so sorry. But what we did here is I actually duplicated out the track. So I've got, it's already printed, but there is an instance of parallax on the actual main bass dirty channel. And then on the bass DI channel, I've taken the DI, actually done a little bit of stereo widening just to kind of give a little bit more width and help the bass tickle the guitar tracks here. But let's actually take a listen to just the bass dirty. So we recorded this actually all with him playing with his fingers. And I know if you record bass with a pick, you're going to get much more consistent pick attack, low end, all that good stuff. But sometimes I feel like the inconsistencies in playing with your fingers can kind of help certain parts of a song really jump out. So if he's really digging in with his hands, you can kind of hear the aggression in that a little bit more. So let's check out just the bass dirty track. Let's actually hear the same section of the song. And I'm sure if you're familiar with some metal production techniques that you've seen Parallax, it's just a plugin that gives you 3 bands. You have a low end band that you can compress, keeps your low end super solid. You've got a mid distortion and a high distortion. You can kind of level those in to your liking. But let's take a look. Actually, this is a Pro, oh, no, that's just on the one bass dirty track. And I'm just boosting right around 800 hertz just to kind of help it blend with the guitars a little bit. It's just a little bit of that kind of string sound there. And let's take a listen to just the bass DI, which this, I don't have any low end information. I'm really just wanting kind of the upper mids here to bring out some of the sounds of his fingers as he's playing. And I'm running that through smash and grab, and I'm heavily saturating this. And then through a limiter, and also some stereo width here. So this sounds like... in combination with the dirty track. Really kind of helps the upper mid-range of the bass pop out in the mix. And this is the overall bass EQ here. So lots of things going on here. I am cutting some information around really focusing around the mid 200s, boosting that same kind of 800, high 700 range, some whistling frequencies, and finally cutting everything off around 8K. So let me turn off all the other plugins here. We can just actually, I'll leave the limiter on, but we can check out what this EQ is doing. So it's really helping focus the low end, cutting out some of that boxy, weird, low mid information and some of the whistling frequencies here. I've got an additional EQ that's really just, I wanted some of that angrier upper mid range here. And finally, some Pro MB that is taking care of a few things. Mostly it's helping me kind of boost the sub frequencies here, really from about, I guess, 105 hertz down, and then the boxy, 160. Since this is a 5-string bass, sometimes you'll get this on a 4-string bass in like the mid 200s, but for this song it was kind of the mid 100s here, and I was able to kind of pull that down and just give a little bit of space. And also with that, I'm also cutting everything off at about 70 hertz because I really wanted the bass to sit on top of the kick drum. So a lot of the low end information of the kick drum is focused right around 60 hertz, and I'm boosting 60 hertz in my instrument bus as well. So I want the kick drum to really be the foundation of the song. It's the very bottom. Some of the lowest frequencies happening in the song are going to be from the beef of my kick drum. So I want the bass to be occupying the space right above that. So with that, it kind of carves out a nice spot for the bass to kind of sit and bounce on top of the kick drum. So let's hear how the bass and the guitar interact together.
The bones shake.
very pleasing to my ears. And then on top of that, we have the synth down here that I just kind of carved out information that I really only wanted to, I really only wanted the mid-range information here. So there's not any low end, not a lot of high end, and then just looks like right around 2,900 hertz, there was something that I was really finding displeasing. So let's check this out. So I really wanted this to sound like it was kind of the icing, the icing on the guitar cake here. So let's see how that interacts with the guitar track here. It's really almost indistinguishable from the guitar track, which is what I wanted. I wanted this section to really kind of feel mechanical and move together. So let's check out the entire part here. Make sure nothing's soloed.